Talks. Today's guest is the one, the only, the beautiful, beautiful person, Buthayna.
Yep, that's me.
I don't know why we're speaking so quietly. However, she had the amazing idea to get together and speak freely with no filter.
No filters.
Are you ready?
I'm ready, actually.
2, 3. Okay.
All right.
Now
We're
it's
good.
actually no filter. We're in our PJs, by the way.
As you can see.
So she has a Batman PJ. She came prepared. She's dressing to impress right now.
Definitely.
Definitely. Like, the DC fans are going to eat you up. And in her favorite color, baby blue.
Though you know what? I'm not a
DC
fan. I'm
But-
like a Marvel person. Like, I'm
But
definitely a
But the aesthetic is always like DC, you know what I mean? We're not very bubbly. We're more DC, dark. I'm Batman.
And your cat wants to come in.
Should we bring him in?
Definitely. Hi.
And this is Leon. Hi.
You know why I don't like cats? Because they are very unexpected. And like
Yeah.
they can attack you and they have their own moods. So I just don't like that.
Yeah, but you also are the same.
I guess maybe that's why.
I mean,
don't
that's
like
everyone. Everybody is like this. Today, we're going to keep it filterless. We made some stories. We posted them on Instagram. And we asked you guys to ask us questions. Obviously, there's some people that just come for their questions.
Sure.
So we can just take them out of the way.
True.
You know what I mean? My phone is charging because your girl is never prepared. Her phone, although she's been using it all day, she's the OG content creator. She's the OG Instagrammer. And soon to be YouTuber. Actually, before we go into the questions, you should introduce yourself. Who is Buthayna?
Yeah, who am I? Oh my god, that's like
A deep question, but let's keep it simple. How old are you?
26. I never say it without the freaking because like
Yeah, that's part of it.
OMG, I'm
Yeah.
26.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
I never thought that I would reach this
That's
age
very
with-
dark.
No, it's not that I thought I would be dead.
Yeah, but you don't imagine yourself that age.
Yeah.
You know, because when I was 12, I used to imagine myself being 18. But I never imagined myself being 28.
To be honest, I just thought that I would be old. But right now I don't think I feel that old.
You don't give old vibes.
Yeah.
You definitely give like 22.
Do you mean like
21.
I'm stuck at 21? Like I should grow up probably.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. There's going to be a lot of singing, a lot of referencing, a lot of memes. So be prepared for no seriousness over here. So your name is Buthayna.
Also a lot of randomness.
Exactly. So ADHD over here. So you're going to be jumping from one topic to another. Like,
True.
I can't juggle. She can.
I
Or
can't
at least.
actually. Only
Oh.
2 balls, but I can't go with like 3.
Okay. That's a bummer. Either way, Buthayna is 26. She's a very cherished friend of mine. And she told me I should try to speak slowly, just so people with intermediate level of English can understand, which I'm trying very, very, very hard right
yeah,
now.
because you're such a fast speaker.
Yeah, because I used to make content directed to English speakers. And if you speak slowly, they lose interest in 5 seconds.
True.
So I'm slowing it down, baby girl.
Let's go.
So the reason she said that is because she is an English teacher. Woohoo! Yay! You know what? You break all the stereotypes of teachers. Because just close your eyes and imagine your English teacher. I imagine old. I imagine she has a mustache.
She?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Mustache
not
free.
gonna say anything more. And I imagine she doesn't give a flying word about her students. All of this is the complete opposite of Buthayna.
You think?
I do. She's an incredible teacher with incredible techniques and incredible approach That's my opinion.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to ask my students to approve on that.
Yeah, so if there's any students from Buthena's school, leave us your opinion. Say yes. That's the only correct answer.
Oh my god, you reminded me of this show we used to like binge watch for a long time, me and my sister. It's called Say Yes to the Dress. I don't know if you watched it. Did you watch it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the dream.
I did used to watch it. And there's always some unexpected things. There's a bride that wants a black dress. And then there's a bride that brings the groom.
Yes.
And then it was just so dramatic. And then
And at the same time, it's like, I think it just fulfills that dream of like finding the dress. It's just the female, the female urge. Of us.
Girlhood. Say yes to the dress.
Say yes to this dress.
Buthena. Say yes. That's the only correct answer anyway. So if you say no, I will block you, just so you know. Buthena has accumulated a total of over 300,000 followers on Instagram.
Yay.
And over 125,000.
Actually, 170K on TikTok.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. She's very modest. Very, very modest.
Very modest. I just corrected the number. Very modest.
No, but I mean, you should. That's like 50K on top. But I mean, for someone with such amount of following, you're actually so modest, so down to earth, so approachable. She's a cutie patootie, quite literally. I can approve of that. I can give it my Raja stamp, quite literally.
I mean, oh my god, we had a long day discussing all sort of things. Did we discuss drama? I don't think.
I mean, that was like 90% of our lives.
I genuinely thought that was like just discussing psychological problems and like problems that we got over. Like we were not being dramatic or anything like that.
I agree. So just so you know, expect a very interesting video on Buthena's account. I don't know where she's going to post it, so you got to be...
The goofiness.
But it was actually so interesting. She was... chef's kiss. She's a great presenter. She was so out of her comfort zone today. And honestly, I can't wait to watch her video.
Wait a second. Was I the only one who's like out of her comfort zone?
I was also out of my comfort zone, but let's leave this out. Okay. Anyways. So she did an incredible job today, and I genuinely cannot wait to see the outcome because we use these mics that I fully paid for.
Oh my God.
Say this. No. I'm just saying that they weren't gifted to me. I'm just being petty because a bit of context. I couldn't afford these. Now I'm paying them monthly. So, you know, I can't afford these. And I made a video, people kept asking for podcasts. And I'm like, a big aspect of podcast is good sound quality.
True.
And then I'm like, okay, I need to buy nice mics. Even if you don't have a nice phone, the quality is what matters of the voice. So I'm like, okay, I made a video and I tagged like, you know, the mics companies that YouTubers and TikTokers use. There was radio silence. People kept tagging them. I messaged them. I emailed them. There wasn't even a no from their part. So now I'm going to make sure that people know that I actually paid for these. They weren't offered. They weren't gifted.
Okay.
And they're not...
I got your reasons.
Yeah. So I'm not flaunting my money. If anything, I don't have them. I don't have them.
They're not yours.
Exactly.
I'm still... You're still paying for them. They're not exactly yours.
Exactly. But then has a lot of good news on her part that she recently announced on Instagram. That while I'm going to drink a little bit of water before I die of dehydration, I'm going to let her announce.
All right, you're going to put me directly on the spot.
Yes.
All right.
That
was very unexpected.
That's how we treat the guests over here. There's no guests. Simulate dar.
Okay.
So,
I am.
What are you planning to do in the future, in the recent future?
As you already mentioned, I am an EFL teacher, and I've been doing this for like the past 5 years now. Oh my God. And
so you started when you were 21?
Yeah.
Wow. Yep.
And now I decided that I am no longer able to work for anybody, literally.
Yeah.
And I wanted to start my own thing. Well, I kind of started last year, but this year it's more official. Like we're starting the Learn Boo Academy. It's becoming a thing, the Boo thingy.
Yeah.
It's like Learn Boo Academy, and next it's going to be Read with Boo podcast. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. Maybe with the video that we filmed, it's going to be Travel with Boo, but we will see.
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited about it, to be honest.
We are psyched for it. Where can we find your Learning with Boo account,
Well,
website?
currently it's just on Instagram, but the website will be around soon.
Okay.
Like very, very soon. It's going to make things very easy, like easier. So yeah, stay tuned.
We're gonna leave the handle somewhere in here, basically, of the Learn with Boo. I'm actually psyched because she has amazing English. This person never studied abroad, never lived abroad, and she manages to have such an amazing English. She corrects me on my English, and I'm the one that lives in freaking England. So you can imagine how good her English is. I'm not taking it
I think that's
personally,
just
by the way.
like when you study for many years and you put the effort into learning the language and well, I'm going to highlight something that I always highlight here for people who are learning the language. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it. For example, if you're like interested, I don't know, you enjoy movies where people talk in like Mexican accent.
Yeah.
Just try to watch even like more people, like more people talking in that accent, or I don't know, Australian accent, British accent, Irish accent, doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
Personally, I love Scottish and I still am working on it. I'm not gonna show you any of those skills.
Don't, please, because I don't understand. I live in the UK and I still don't understand.
But I really think that if you're not enjoying it, you're not gonna learn it that well.
Yeah.
You know? So what do you think about that? Don't
I
you
agree. Last time Buktaina gave a tip, we went live once on TikTok and people kept asking her, how should I improve my English skills and how can I learn the language, blah, 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 blah. And she actually gave a tip that I never thought of, that I now quote her on, and I give it to other people. And she said, whatever you're interested in, watch content of your interest in English or in the language that you want to learn.
True.
And that's actually... Honestly, that's an incredible advice, because if you're into makeup, a big part of my childhood, let's say, or my learning years was being interested in makeup, in fashion, in anime. So I tried to watch these in English. Although in Algeria, you have more of the French. That's the second language. That's the more common one. So watching in English actually has improved my skills so much.
True.
And I did what you suggested without noticing.
And there are people actually who come here and be like, if I watch only the things that I'm enjoying, I'm not going to learn the language. I'm going to learn the language only in that field.
Yeah.
Well, learning in that field and then jump to other fields that you're not enjoying. I mean, like, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm not saying just stop, like, just watch that.
Yeah.
You need to broaden your horizon, but not from the very beginning when you barely have
anything.
language.
Exactly. So if you want the basics, if you want the basic vocabulary about things you're interested in, have the set skill, have your backpack of basics, and then you can learn other things. So if you're into cooking, learn the cooking, frying, pan, spoon, spatula, and then go to cake decorating.
Because, you know, when you're watching, for example, someone who's like cooking, you're going to learn vocabulary related to cooking, but you're also going to learn the basic grammar.
Yeah.
You're going to learn the basic way of talking, of introducing yourself, of saying someone is doing that and that.
Expressing yourself, describing
things. That's the grammar that you're going to use to talk about other things as well. It's not only related to cooking.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the way to express yourself is pretty much the same.
Exactly.
It's just a vocabulary matter, because people fail to understand that there is vocabulary and there is grammar. If you have a correct grammar, the vocabulary doesn't matter. You can have the most simplified vocabulary, you can still sound
and
correctly.
Vocabulary, actually, you can learn it when you're using it.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, the best way to learn vocabulary is through using it.
Yeah.
If you're not using the word, you're going to easily forget it.
Yeah.
So
focus on grammar, focus on the correct way to say things. I agree. And with time, till this day, I just don't know how to call things. Just earlier, I asked her, how do you say téléphérique? And she's like, cable cars. And I'm like, no, thank you. Till this day,
To be
there's
honest,
a lot of things I
me
don't know.
too. When it comes to cable cars, I taught this text for my students. I was like
Yeah.
teaching them, and they were like, "What's this called?" And I was like, "Let me search it."
We cheated. We changed our sitting position because we're Algerians. We can't sit still.
It was so uncomfortable.
It was-
Now you're saying.
Now for the questions. People want to know. They want to ask you about your adventures and what clubs you were in when you were in university. احكوا لنا على les clubs تاع la fac.
Okay, so it's a general question. What
Yeah,
about
and
you?
someone, and I think the same person said, talk about your adventure story.
Okay.
So, your adventure while being in university or whatever.
All right.
Personally, I just studied pharmacy. So I had no personal life. I had no social life, literally. So no time for clubs or whatever. Did you join any clubs?
Yes, actually, and
Told you.
I had so much fun. Yeah, so pharmaceutical students do not have the time, but English language
I mean, your
students
whole...
do have time. Well, we didn't have much time too because we had a lot of TDs. Like we needed to be present.
Yeah.
And as the good student I was, I attended, let's say, 99% of my classes.
Such a geek.
But I made sure that I
You have a balance.
joined clubs.
Yeah.
Yes. So I remember first year I was like in the drawing club. Yeah.
That's so nice. She can draw.
Yes, I can.
She can draw.
Yes, I can.
I saw some of her paintings. I'm like, wait a second. You made this? She's like, well, flicking imaginary hair out of her face.
Well, I used to draw ever since I was a kid, actually.
Yeah.
It was always like my
Escape.
a kind of escape, but more of like a way to handle whatever I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I would just like pour my feelings into the drawing, and there you go. And that's why a lot of until now I can only draw when I'm like feeling sad or like
Like
having
a surge
this-
of emotion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, let's go back to the clubs because
Yeah.
we're
I
going
already
to
forget.
deviate.
I already forgot about the clubs.
So I was like in the drawing club, and then later on I was like part of the. I forgot the name of the club.
It doesn't matter. What were you doing?
It was about photography and video editing, graphic design, and things like that. So
That's interesting.
Anything related to editing, I think.
Well, as a content creator, that must have been
It did help a lot.
that must have been very
Even
handy.
though I did not attend much, but it was, it was very educational. Everyone
Yeah.
was really helpful back there, and to be honest, background story here.
Yeah.
I was such a shy kid.
What a surprise! I would have never guessed. No one would have guessed.
I was a very shy kid, so literally until like my last year in high school, I would shy out from talking to like my favorite teacher, for example. It was that bad.
Yeah.
I remember loving this math teacher of ours, like platonic love, and
Wink, wink.
I would literally shy out to ask for a selfie at the end of like our. You know, and I would go red, blue, yellow, all kind of colors.
Stop.
So once I graduated like high school, I was like, I need to make a jump.
Yeah.
We need some change here.
Yeah.
And even though I was like super shy, I was also very adventurous. You know, I wanted to do things.
Yeah.
So what was holding me back was probably my community, my surroundings, because they were really conservative in a bad way. Like it's not the healthy conservative.
Yeah.
They were really more of like we all need to be copy paste of each other.
Yeah.
If you make
there was
anything
no
different,
individuality.
if you do anything different, people are going to mock you for it or stuff
Yeah.
like that. Personally, I was like an anime fan, for example,
Yeah.
as a lot of people are in our generation.
Yeah.
But in my community, there were very few people like that, and all of us were kind of geeky and shy and everything. So
yeah.
the society kind of like
Plummeted.
Shut to dust, literally. So when I got to college, I was like, you know what? I was in a scientific stream. And now that I chose to study English or to major in English, nobody I know is in here. So I can be whomever I freaking want. And that's where I was like, you know,
Yeah. That's a great
comfort zone.
mindset, actually, because taking that step already to go and learn English, although you said you were in the scientific stream, is already kind of looked down upon. Like, oh, why didn't you go for medicine? Why didn't you go? Obviously. But the fact that you went for something you're passionate about and you like is already an amazing change. So I think the change started before you decide to change.
True. I was not really conscious about it.
Yeah.
I was just making choices for myself.
Yeah.
And decided for the first time in my life to kind of be rebellious because my father was not exactly cool
Easygoing.
about me going and studying English. Like, you studied
Yeah.
scientific stream, for God's sake, and then you chose
You're just wasting
to
your
study English. What are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
so yeah.
But that leads us to our next question. You were a very shy person, as you said, and you took a lot of changes one at a time. So where did the courage to start these platforms come from? I'm pretty sure you didn't expect them to go as big as they did.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a fact. But what was your, let's say, your thinking, your logic behind starting it, and what was your reaction after
Well,
accomplishing it?
When it comes to like social media, I think a lot of us had this kind of childhood dream to become a YouTuber
Yeah.
and things like that. We're that kind of generation, you know. So I've always had that, but as I said, I was super shy. And then I think in like university, I've always wanted to start a something like a blog or Instagram or something like that. And I had my profile. I used to like share a lot of pictures and stuff like that, but it was never in a specific niche.
Yeah.
It was all random, all over the place.
So it was you. You're the niche,
Yeah.
basically.
But, well, it didn't attract that many people.
That's why, yeah.
So, yeah. But I was also kind of copying other people at the same time,
Yeah.
even though I was unconscious about it.
Yeah.
But now with like teacher boo thingy,
Yeah.
I think you reach that age where you really know yourself
Yeah.
and you just highlight it.
You're just sick of being someone else, basically. Because I think anyone that starts social media starts it in a way that they think is successful. To be successful, I need to do what successful people are doing. But
Exactly.
here's the thing. If you're doing what a more successful person is doing, why should I waste my time watching you? I can just go to the more successful person.
True.
So being yourself is the way to go. And some people, that's why I'm mentioning this now, because another question was like, what is some tips to actually succeed on social media? I don't think I succeeded as of yet, but I think you did. I'm gonna give you the, I think you did, and I'm very proud of you for like
you so much.
going this far in such community. Doing what you do must have been so, how should I say, like, it must have taken a lot of courage from you, although you're not aware of it. So I'm genuinely so proud to be like, yeah, she's from
All right.
my country.
I'm actually
yeah.
going to drop a secret here.
Yeah.
So even though I did it by highlighting like the things that I like about myself or found that people like about me or appreciate
Yeah.
about me,
Yeah.
still like one thing, I remember watching it on YouTube. It's called Unfair Advantages.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are unfair advantages? I have no idea where does this word come from, but I'm definitely sure that you can Google it and check who said it, or maybe we will and share it with you. So that's where
We won't. Just do your own freaking job, okay?
All right, so like unfair advantages are basically the things that you were born into that make you different than others or make you special that are somewhat unfair. For example, some people are born with money.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to shy out because of that. You're not supposed to be like,
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to show my money
Yeah.
or I'm not supposed to use my money because it came to me easily. No,
Yeah.
you have money. Some other people have other things.
Yeah.
So you should use that to your advantage. That's that's an unfair advantage. For some people, it's beauty or acceptance by others, and that's unfair advantage. You should learn those unfair advantages and put a highlighter on them. You know, for example, you can ask your friends. Personally, I asked a very close friend of mine, and she was like, you know what, you're very accepted by people, and I feel that everybody feel the same. Like they feel as if you're kind of like a psychologist friend, but not really a psychologist. It's not really a shrink. So she's like, you have this kind of like
calming
vibe.
aura.
Exactly, calming aura. So it's like, you know what? That's quite true. So why not use that? And that's what I did. That's something special about me.
Yeah.
I also like geeky stuff. I love magic. No way! So as I was saying, I love, and then I highlighted the things that I enjoy the most.
Yeah, you didn't shy away from it.
Anime, magic, fairy tales, Harry Potter, all of these things I believe makes me the person who I am today. So.
And you didn't shy away from showing it. You didn't just follow one stream of what was working at the time.
I actually amplified it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to check my profile, you're going to see that exact.
Yeah, actually, that's one thing I love about Boo, is that you know straight away who she is just by scrolling the first six videos, 6 to 10 videos. You have a very logical and accurate idea of who she is as a person. She's very calm, she's very peaceful, she makes you feel calm. I'm a very chaotic person deep down, although I seem not the case, but I am a very chaotic person. When I'm with her, it's like she sucks out the chaos away from me. That is a fact. She's very knowledgeable. She gives the information in such an easy way. You know,
I think some people tend to think that I'm pretty, like, too serious sometimes too.
But that's who you are. It's just that you're so calm. You don't do the, my baby calm, you man. Like, you don't need that. That's not who you are.
True.
You are who you are, and you attract the people that like who you are.
True.
And there's this one video when I started my TikTok journey. So I'm still not making it anywhere really that much.
Actually, you are. Stop like...
I mean, not really, because I don't really know myself as well as you do for now. Okay. But I am figuring myself out. The moment I figure...
journey.
Exactly. I'm still in the journey and I'm aware of it. I know when I reach, oh, so this is who I am, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm making it. Even if I don't have a massive amount of followers. Just knowing who you are, what you want to put out to the world.
Sure.
So a video that I saw very early on my TikTok journey was, there is 2 types of people on social media. There is people who have a niche, and there's people who are a niche.
Yes.
So that's always what I try to remember. When I started my TikTok journey, I tried to do aesthetic videos. They didn't work out. I tried to do DIY videos, although I love DIY. That's like a passion of mine. It didn't work out. And then watching those back, I tried makeup videos. It didn't work out. And then I watched them back and I'm like, okay, the reason this is happening is because, is it actually because I'm focusing on so many niches? Like a makeup niche, DIY niche, aesthetic niche, or is it because there's no flavor?
There's no you.
There's no me. There's absolutely no me. I even hear my voice recordings over those videos and I like
cringe the hell out.
Because I'm trying to talk so calmly and I'm trying to be something I am not. You know, imagine if you make a video being loud and trying to be flashy and annoying. That's who I am. Like, you would be stealing my personality.
Definitely.
But that's literally what I mean. Now people started being interested the moment I started showing who I am. My sense of humor, my moodiness.
They can feel it.
Yeah, they can literally feel it. And my opinions. I am so opinionated. So I'm like the complete opposite of Buthena in reality. She's such a cool, breezy, calming person.
I am opinionated, but I think that a lot of times I just don't see the point of...
Exactly, I see the point.
My
my whole point is sharing my opinion. I literally started the video saying, if you have a different opinion, just leave, you're wrong. You know what I mean? Obviously I'm joking, but opinions, in my case, in my mind, is what makes the person. It's not your style, it's not your voice, it's not your height, it's your opinions. What do you have in here? I like you because of your opinions. We have very similar opinions. It's just that I like voicing mine, and she rather keep the conversation to the people she's like interested with. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's
definitely.
why I think it's very true that having a niche and being a niche is the way to go. For everyone who wants to start social media, like in 2016, there was this makeup, beauty world vibe, like this wave. And every niche, let's say, comes and goes in waves. It's trendy, it's out of trend. It's trendy, it's out of trend. But if you're being yourself and 20 people like you, they'll like you if you're in blue, if you're in purple, if you're talking on top of a mountain, if you're in bed, and you'll have those 20 people.
And
You have
pick it up too.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people expect the explosion of followers.
Yeah.
Like people.
They
just
expect the
going
turnaround.
viral after, for example, showing the world who you are.
Yeah.
Well, there are how many people around the world? Like
7 billion
Seven?
something.
7 or 8
I always
now?
say 7 because I don't count kids. Because I'm like,
Oh my god. So there are 7 or 8 billion people around
Don't
the world.
quote us.
I'm pretty sure there are someone who's like similar to me in like a lot of things. So don't expect people to like. Don't expect the viral thing just happening right there and then.
Yeah.
It just happens, and quite honestly, it happens when you least expect it. Like I literally did not expect.
Yeah.
So many people to like my videos or follow me.
Yeah.
And when I was expecting it,
It didn't happen.
it didn't happen. Like
The video you put so much effort on is the one that gets the least amount of attention.
exactly.
That's mainly because you find it interesting. You're just gonna hold it for the rest of the. I want to hold mine too now. I feel like I'm missing out. I have FOMO, fear of missing out. And actually, this is so much more interesting.
True.
I feel like I'm doing something.
I feel like a real person, like
Yeah.
real important person.
I have a job. I'm holding a mic.
Yeah.
I'm not just yapping.
You know what I'm concerned with right now? Is my veil like...
You look adorable.
I literally took this from your mom, so...
Yeah. She literally went to my mom's room, pushed my mom, kicked the door open,
Oh my god, I did
went
not do
through
that.
her stuff. She's like, I want something blue, so shut up. And she went through her stuff. And then she didn't like anything.
Clearly.
She went to my mom and grabbed
Clearly.
the scarf she was wearing.
Clearly, she did that on my behalf.
No, I'm joking. I literally just went in a room and gave her a veil. But let's cut this part where I gave a justification and just focus on Buthena kicking off my mom and stealing her scarf. Because that's very, accurate. That I would
Very,
believe
very
it if they said Buthena did that.
Very
I'd be like,
accurate
yeah,
description.
sounds like her. That's what she does all the time. Kicking off middle-aged ladies. Snatching.
Rubbing them off.
But honestly, you look great. I look busted, and I'm okay with it because
You look
guess
great,
what?
actually.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Guess what?
I'll probably
this
look
is no
like
filter.
as if like
You look like a bubble
I'm
gum,
frozen.
but in a good way. You know when you go to the ice cream shops and the blue flavor is always bubble gum?
Oh my god, it's so
I never
sweet.
had a blue bubble gum. Have you?
I had it once. I regretted it. Too
A bubble
sweet.
gum? No, an actual bubble gum, not the ice cream.
Like chewing gum?
Chewing gum. Have you had a blue chewing gum? I never
no,
have.
never.
Exactly. So this is a conspiracy theory. Why is bubble gum ice cream always blue? I never had a chewing gum that's blue.
I think they have it in blue because the option of having it in pink is not available because that's strawberry, clearly.
Okay, why not purple?
I think
Because blue is blueberry.
I think purple, people don't go for purple a lot
Okay.
because purple is usually the creative color, and
Why not?
and people who are not creative, they don't go for it.
Okay, why not brown?
Because chocolate, obviously.
I'm done. I'm leaving now. Why did I forget chocolate as a whole ice cream flavor?
Please cut that laugh.
I'm gonna leave it actually. Okay, why not orange? Anyways, We don't care. We do care. I want to know if you have a
This
conspiracy theory.
podcast is so
Chaotic.
chaotic.
Yeah,
I swear
like
to
we
God,
changed our sitting position like 5 times now. And the funny part about this, I'm not going to cut any of it off.
I don't remember what we were talking about, girl.
I do. We
Okay.
were talk niches.
I think.
Actually, do you ever feel pressure from all these followers? Sometimes.
Definitely.
How do you avoid this pressure?
I think, okay, so once, whether you have like 1,000 followers, 100 followers, or 100,000 followers, I think you always feel this sense of responsibility for these followers. Like they are following me, they're
Yeah.
encouraging me, they're being nice to me. So why am I being lazy, for example,
Yeah,
uploading
you don't
this
want to
video?
disappoint
Or
them.
I feel this responsibility, like I have to share something with them. I have,
But my question now,
but
was it easier at 10K or at 100K?
obviously it grows. It grows with the number of people.
I have it the opposite. actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But our growth graphs have been very different. How would you describe your growth graph? Like how fast has it been? Has it exploded in the beginning, middle? Because you said you've been on social media for almost a year. In May, you'd have 1 year. Throughout these 12 months, where would you locate your explosion? I'm not going to say explosion because I'm pretty sure there
I'm
hasn't
gonna
been.
sound a little narcissistic right now.
Please do.
But the explosion was like literally with the first video.
Yeah.
And
Maybe that's why you feel the responsibility from the get-go.
and it grows stronger, to be honest. Because you grow more connected to like your
to the community.
followers, to your community, to people that
Yeah,
especially
expect things
those
from you.
like I literally can pin like 10 people I remember from the comments and the
Same.
stories and things
Same,
like that,
yeah,
because
yeah,
they
yeah.
always are supporting me, and they notice when I'm feeling off. Imagine like even those videos where I'm like trying like to smile and
Act
act
as everything
the
is okay.
role, they notice.
Yeah.
So
They're like friends.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Even though we're not friends, but it feels like real friend, someone who's really
Yeah.
close to you. So I do always feel responsible for them.
I understand this reasoning. That's because, as you said, you have had a ongoing growing community throughout
And
the
especially
months.
because also throughout this year,
Yeah.
maybe I made content for like 6 months. The rest was like pauses because I'm very, I don't know how to describe it. I'm an introvert by nature. I
Yeah.
lose energy when I interact with many people. Like
Yeah.
it feels like I'm spreading energy, and then like I have to like hibernate,
Yeah, to recharge.
recharge, and then come back
Yeah.
out there. So I always like find myself creating so many videos, being so excited, and then disappearing for a month,
Yeah.
and then coming back.
I feel like if you didn't disappear for a month, you would have had a higher growth.
Definitely, because at the peak of my growth, actually, I disappeared for like almost 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And they say consistency is key in terms of social media, so you can
definitely,
only imagine.
definitely.
But I think it was needed. If you stayed, you would
it
have
was much
gotten
needed.
burnt out.
But also, I don't know. I don't want to go like personal, but I think that
Yeah.
I was probably just overwhelmed by the idea of having so many people.
Yeah.
And also the negative comments sometimes, because at that time I literally was working on getting a 10K. That was my goal for a year thingy.
Yeah.
And then I hit like 100K in like a month.
Yeah.
And I was like, whenever there was like a negative comment, for example, I would fixate
Yeah.
on that specific comment.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to deal with that.
Yeah. So you had to
Even
teach
though
yourself.
I usually am, I like to make myself ready for any situation.
Yeah.
But I was not ready for that.
Yeah.
I was definitely
That's because
not
you
ready
didn't
for that.
expect it to happen. I agree. I think growth on social media and everyone's experiences is pretty much similar and very different at the same time. Similar as in we all feel overwhelmed when we receive a lot of attention that we did not expect. We all get affected by the hate comments. That's why I was looking at the camera when she said hate comments, because people don't realize how much it affects you. It can ruin your day. It can ruin your creativity.
A lot of times, I think people consider people on social media as these like digital beings.
Yeah, punching balls.
Not really a human being.
Yeah.
When you're behind a screen, you don't feel the presence of a person.
Yeah.
You're not afraid to like hurt a person or something like that.
Yeah, because
you're not afraid of their reaction because it's not an instant reaction.
Yeah, you don't get a reaction most of the time. So you're like, okay, I can say it, and they might not even see it.
I can say whatever I want.
Yeah. That's why sometimes, and you pointed that out to me today, you're like, how do you just respond to those hateful comments? Aren't you scared? Well, not really scared as in, no, terrified, but as in to get more hate. And I'm like, you know what? Their excuse is, you put something out in the world, and as I said, I'm very opinionated.
Right.
Yeah, you have put something in the world, so you should expect people to respond to you, right? That's their logic behind leaving nasty comments, hateful comments, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I put this video. You have the right to say whatever you want. But if you leave a comment, also expect me to respond the way I want.
True.
Because you left it. So you better deal with the consequences. Even if you remove your comment, I have the right to go on your public profile, share your public picture on a public platform that you're publicly posting on. Just like you're publicly leaving nasty, disrespectful, cussing comments. And I'll teach you a lesson to not play with me. I don't do this often because I don't want to stoop to their level.
But I do agree with you, to be honest. Your reaction is very understandable, and I think a lot of people should do that more.
Yeah.
They should do that more often because
they will get so educated.
but at the same time,
if everybody does that.
But at the same time, I think
I'm copying you and everything.
personally, because I'm such a forgetful person, like I forget a lot.
Yeah.
Some of these hate comments, I don't feel the need to explain myself to them because I just imagine these people being like
sad and in a rat hole.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd be like, you know, I'm gonna ignore. I'm gonna sleep on it, and I'm gonna forget.
Yeah, that's what I do actually. I never respond straight away, unless something is so openly, unless you catch me on a bad day.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes when I respond to those comments, that's not the most likely. 9 times out of 9 or 10 times out of 10, it's because I've seen similar ones and it just landed on yours.
True.
It's not because, oh my God, I'm having such an amazing day and I saw this one comment that ruined it and I'm gonna respond. No. Most likely you've seen so many for so many days and it caught you on that moment where you're like, you know what? You know, like at the helicopter sound, like dig, 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 dig. Honestly, like that's how I feel. Like otherwise, I would just explode. Especially that my content is about opinions. Definitely, there's people that's gonna be there are gonna be people that disagree with me.
I really don't understand why are they so triggered? Like
because they feel attacked. That's the only explanation. The thing you mentioned earlier today in the car got me like, wow, because that literally just summarized my whole opinion. I make videos about this topic all the time. I talk about men, women, marriage, kids, and people say, oh, you're always talking about men. Maybe that's the only content that comes up to you. Maybe you're feeling triggered. I don't know. Look in the mirror before looking at me. But the thing is, I said, all women know that it's not all men. The part of all men know that it's not all men.
True.
If you come along and say, well, you know what, actually not all men, you are the exact person that we're talking about.
Exactly.
And she added a quote that was like, whew, someone gets it.
Exactly. We well, it's kind of like comes from a song. We quote songs at this point.
Yeah, we quote songs
because not books. Come on, songs because
who cares about books?
Exactly.
F books.
And it says, we all know it's not all men, but it's all women.
Literally.
But
Literally.
Literally. And it says also, we all know that it's not all men, but it's some of them.
Yeah.
So we hold our breath anyways.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
It's some of them. Men know that it's some of them. Women know that it's some of them. We all know that it's some men.
Yeah.
Not all men.
Yeah.
Know that it's not a man. We all know that it's not a man, but it's some of them. So we hold our breath, baby, nonetheless.
Not all men.
Yeah.
But
But those who say not all
those
men.
who suffer
Yeah.
are all women.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you talk to any woman outside,
Yeah.
she did go to some kind of harassment.
Just today.
Yeah.
Literally just today. Completely
We're
unprovoked.
minding our own
minding your own business. You get to experience, especially those not all men. I was having a blessed day, an amazing day with my friend, having a lovely time. We're not bothering anyone. And then someone, some cockroach, is just
style.
out of his hole, bothering you, completely unprovoked. You didn't give him any reason to doing it. You didn't give him any encouragement to keep going with it, but they still do it. Basically, just be respectful, and before saying something dumb, just rethink it. You know, be it men, women, animal, alien, just rethink it and be like, is it gonna be worth saying what I'm gonna say? Think it through. We're gonna have a 5-minute lightning session where we answer your questions that you sent to Teacher Boo.
Yes.
So
All
now
right.
it's to you.
I hope I can go. We have like
Oh, wow.
80. So. All right. Someone says, I wish all the best in your life. I like your voice. I listen to you every day.
That's very useful. That's an excellent question.
Very useful.
So
question.
the answer to that is thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Constantine.
It's more of like we are from Algeria because people.
No, I don't think that's a non-Algerian that's asking this question. It's very obvious that we're Algerian, by the way. One, two,
Is it?
three. Viva l'Algérie.
Okay, and he's also asking if I'm doing a PhD. No, I'm not.
Yeah. Don't waste your time on that for now.
Maybe in the future, but right now, nah.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't feel like
The need for it.
not just the need. I do want to pursue a PhD, but not currently because I just feel like I'm too young for that. Like
Yeah.
I still want to experience life
Yeah. Maybe when you're stable with your teaching job and your teaching
because you
case.
just suffer as a
Yeah.
PhD student.
Of course, that's part of the PhD part. The P stands for pain. So in the PhD,
How old are you guys?
I'm 28.
I'm 26.
I might not just add this, but maybe I'm gonna keep
You're
it.
not 28, are you?
I am.
How come? You're like 1 year older than me.
I'm from 96.
Was she
You're
97? I thought you were 97, girl.
That's a very fruitful conversation that we're having right now.
I thought you were 97.
I'm
but you're-
96.
Are you sure?
I don't need to look at an
Well,
imaginary
to
camera.
be honest with you, like your mom also said 97. I swear to God.
I love that we have a camera, so now I don't have to do like to just look at an imaginary camera where an actual camera exists. I can just stare at the camera. Yes, I am sure in which year I was born, if that's your question.
I'm pretty sure her mother is more sure. Like,
My mom, who's
Yeah.
above 55,
yeah, but she birthed you.
calls me the wrong name like 9 times out of 10, and she has one daughter. Yeah,
Oh my
let's
God.
trust her. Yeah.
All right, there's like a very deep question. What is your aim in life?
To be happy and healthy?
Yeah, that's
That's like the most simple question. I mean, it's the most simple answer.
to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
And to just feel fulfilled and calm. It's just
Exactly.
like literally this.
Especially on
That's
the
That's it.
part, because that's the actual.
Are you a
resting.
dual citizen?
No.
No.
So everybody asking for marriage for passport, you can stop.
Yeah. All right. What is success for you?
Success for me is when you look back and you're a better person than you are now than what you were, let's say, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago. It doesn't matter. Just compare yourself to yourself from your past self. If you're a worse person, then you're not being successful right now, even if you have more money.
All right. You actually thought about that.
No, not really. That's just I
That
had
just
this
popped out of
question.
your
Yeah, I'm gifted like that.
Okay.
Flips imaginary here. No, but literally, like, I thought of myself. I went through some depressive episodes, and I'm like, okay, what am I doing with my life? What is success? Blah blah blah. And I kept comparing myself to people who are more successful, quote
True,
unquote,
true,
as
true.
in successful,
Got you.
prettier, richer, skinnier, taller.
I think success for me is just be fulfilled with whatever you are doing.
Yeah,
Just, yeah.
to enjoy what you're doing.
And also that fulfillment comes with several things, to be honest. Financial stability.
Yeah,
Being-
money makes happiness. It's just that you need to know how
I don't
to
want
use
to
it.
be like rich.
Yeah, I
But
wanna be
also I
comfortable.
want comfort.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to buy the things that I want and be with the people that whom I love.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends, including you, are really far away, which means I really need to afford plane
Sponsor our
tickets.
travels, please. Please sponsor our travels for more content.
So yeah, but it's not only about money. As I said here, financial stability, because I really want to be with the people I love and be able to like.
Afford a stable,
Afford that.
comfortable life to focus
Exactly.
on other stuff.
So there's that, and also comfort mentally.
Yeah. I mean, health, mental health, physical health is, or
Yeah,
health
yeah.
of your loved ones is a very big aspect.
Um,
Her mom is stressing us out. Okay,
Yeah,
just so
yeah.
you know. That's why my leg is literally like.
why are you so beautiful?
So there's a very simple question. Take it up with God. I'm just naturally cute. I can't help it. Okay, like please stop asking me these very uncomfortable questions. No, I'm joking. Say mashallah for both of us. I'm assuming, because
I think I don't think like we're what you would say
it's like
the
extreme
norm
beauty.
or like the beauty norm.
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
like we're just comfortable in our own skin.
Yeah, and it
we
shows.
and we embrace the things that we find beautiful in ourselves, and
I
that's
agree.
why.
The last question, because Mommy Boo is standing literally behind the camera, rushing it. Mommy Boo is booing as we boo. So the last question is, what is the word you say the most when you're angry?
Yeah.
Just say it now.
For me, it's not one word. It's like.
And for me, it's like, oh my God. With the intonation, of course.
Of
So
course, like,
what
you
is
really need
the
that.
word you say the most when you're angry? Be it in Arabic, be respectful. Be it in French, English, Portuguese, whatever.
Yeah, we have kids around. Like we have teenagers and like enraged.
Cats and mothers.
Yeah, and mythical beings.
Yeah.
So be respectful.
Be respectful, please. And I hope to catch you on the next episode. And hopefully, please sponsor us so we can see each other more.
Hopefully, it's going to be less freaking chaotic.
Hopefully.
I mean,
doubt.
there's no structure in here.
I think there is no going up from here. There's just going down. But thank you so much for watching up until this minute.
Hey, Mama, I'm coming.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
coming.
literally just stand up. Just stand up at this point. We're going to leave all our handles, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.
And see you around, everybody. Bye.